40 million people live in some form of slavery across the world. And 4.5 million of those people are caught in sex trafficking. Any hopes and dreams that they have wither in the physical and psychological cages that they live in. Tanner, Andre, Anthony, and Justin are 4 men who want to raise awareness and money to help combat human and sex trafficking. And they've been riding all across America to accomplish that. They're the men behind Ride for Freedom. I want you to meet tonight's Huck's Heroes. This story has got to be one of the craziest things I've ever heard. First of all, that you rode literally 3,300 miles from Oregon to New York City. You had never trained riding bikes, ever.
No.
The most any of you had ridden, one of you had ridden, what, 50 miles?
15 miles. 15.
15.
Yeah.
15 miles.
15.
And that was the most any of you have ridden. Most people to do one of these things, like if they run or do a bike thing across, they have chase vehicles, they have a whole support team. You had no one.
Yeah, what's crazy is we basically went out by ourselves. We stepped out. We wanted to make a difference, wanted to do something crazy. And this definitely was, but we went without a tour van. And we just said, you know what? We believe God's going to provide for us. He's going to get us there. And by the glory of God, by the grace of God, we made it to New York City. It was 55 days of the most brutal riding you'd ever experienced. So painful, but by the grace of God, we made it.
How many miles a day did you ride those bicycles?
Anywhere between really tough days where we're going up 2,500, 3,000 feet, we'd have to cut it down to 60 miles.
Oh, just 60 miles.
60.
Yeah.
But there were 100
real slackers.
days, 110-mile days.
Yeah. That's, I mean, it's just hard for me to get my arms around that, to do that day after day, and that you could even walk is something that I'm marveling at now.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got finished a week ago.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yes.
you have now completed the ride. You did it for a reason. This wasn't just to prove how tough you were, and you did that. Or how much faith you had. You did that, to go out there with no idea. I mean, you kind of follow that biblical model. Take nothing with you. You slept in church pews. You slept when people invited you, sometimes a hotel room, but you just did it. But something motivated you 4 guys to put yourself through that. That's what I want to hear about.
Yeah, absolutely. So we partner with an amazing organization called Huckabee International Missions, and they work in Cambodia, where right now there's over 200,000 victims of human trafficking, whether it's human sex slavery or just slave labor, and over 15% of that is children under the age of 15. And so, personally, for me, this is just a really touchy subject because it just almost is unfathomable to imagine 200,000 people in sex slavery or just slave labor. And so we decided, you know, we can make the sacrifice, not of our money, not of anything, but just our bodies. And that's the one thing we can sacrifice. So with God willing, we got on our bikes and we rode from the coast of Oregon to the coast of New York. And we decided to set out and change the world to hopefully inspire other people to sacrifice their money and time to donate to Agape, donate to Ride for Freedom, and whatever they have, whether it's $5, $50, $500, for every $1,000 raised, it sends a SWAT team into a brothel to raise 10 to 15 women or children out of human sex slavery. So it's just an amazing organization, and we're just truly inspired by them.
Well, what you've done is amazing, to not only to bring awareness, but to raise the money that you've raised through the bike ride. And I hope that even your appearance here will cause a lot of our viewers who will realize that they could be a part, not of having to ride a bike for 3,300 miles across America. These guys have already done that. But you could step up with a check, credit card, make a big gift. To stay up to date and donate to the Ride for Freedom cause, go to rideforfreedom.co. .co. I know it's a little different, not com, rideforfreedom.co. Learn more about human and sex trafficking and the devastating effects. Get involved in this fight. You can find out more at theenditmovement.com. All of that is on your screen. Guys, thanks again for being here, for showing us what you have done and the great faith that you've had. It is an honor. Thank you for being our Huck's Heroes tonight. You truly are. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this pleasure. Thank you.
Great honor to have you here.
Thank you.